Hello and welcome back to KXAN Plus. I'm your host, Esmeralda Zamora, and we're back with another Simple Health segment with our Simple Health expert, Jose Torres. Jose, thank you for joining me. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Esme. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good, trying to get active again. You know, it's getting colder, so it's easier to run. It's becoming a lot more fun than it was this summer.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then if you're I was gonna say if you run in the summer, it'll help you run faster
In the winter?
in the winter. So maybe you can
Maybe.
continue running in the summer.
Maybe I'll do a 5K with you next year.
All right, we have it on video.
I want to. I really want to challenge myself. And I know that there's a lot coming up in the new year. So there's always opportunities. And you're one to sign me up, right?
Yeah, yeah. And there's a 5K in Austin almost every weekend. So you just let me know when.
Yeah, I will. I will. Well, today we're going to talk about being healthy again. And before we get into this, I do want to touch on what simple health is. Jose, can you share with us what simple health is and why we do that here at KXAN?
Yeah, here at KXAN, we want to empower people with information. Sometimes it could be very hard to kind of digest all the medical terms and the research. And so that's what we try to do for you. And also share stories of hope, whether it's resources that you didn't know about or maybe new treatments that you didn't know about that actually are here available to Austin. We've talked about new ways of testing for colon cancer with just a blood test. We've talked about new HIV treatments. We've talked about new resources for people who are battling cancer. And so besides empowering you with information, we also want to bring you hope because if it's you or if it's someone you love that is dealing with a health challenge, we hope that this will answer some of those questions and give you some hope.
Thank you, Jose. And today we're talking with Austin Public Health
Mhm.
about a campaign to keep people moving. What can you tell us about that? We also have a special guest here with us,
Yes.
Stephanie with Austin Public Health. Stephanie, thanks for joining us. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, Jose, what are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about my favorite thing to do, and that is to stay active. And it doesn't mean like going hardcore at the gym. It could be a simple thing as just taking a break from work and taking a lap around the building, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And Stephanie is here to join us to talk about this new campaign that Austin Public Health is started and is gaining a lot of traction. And Stephanie, thank you for joining us and tell us what Move Your Way is.
Well, the Move Your Way Challenge is a social media engagement challenge that we've started at Austin Public Health to really encourage and inspire our local community to get active, get minutes of physical activity in your day, whatever form, whatever you like to do, and just get active and do what you like to do to get those minutes of physical activity.
And what was the process? What was the preparation that led to this challenge?
Well, we've been a partner with Move Your Way for several years. Move Your Way is a campaign from Health and Human Services, so it's national. And we got together as a team at Austin Public Health and talked with each other on how can we grow this? How can we make it local? How can we bring it to Austin and really make it about our community? And we decided to create a challenge where people could show what they do for physical activity, what they like to do, and then challenge others to show their forms of being active as well, whatever it may be: walking, running, gardening, adaptive sports, all of the forms.
Stephanie, you mentioned it had to do with social media, and everybody, especially here in Austin, is always on social media. So, how can they get involved in this challenge?
Well, we would absolutely love if the community would join the challenge. And all you need to do is take a quick selfie video of yourself being active, doing that thing that you like to do. Like I said, it could be dancing in your kitchen. It could be going for a jog. It could be doing some stretches at your desk, whatever it is. Take that video and then tag Austin Public Health and the hashtag Move Your Way Challenge, and then challenge somebody else. Challenge a coworker. If you're a business, challenge another business, and let's see this grow. Let's see all the different forms of physical activity that people are doing in our community that they love, and encourage each other to be active.
Jose, we have some graphics that you prepared for us
Mhm.
here. And the first one is number one, practice your favorite way to move. This is part of the challenge, right?
Yeah, and Stephanie, it could be yoga, like you said, but it doesn't have to be this specific list, like you said. It could be dancing in your kitchen. I love that because I think most of us hear that song on our phone and then we just start moving, right?
While you're cooking.
The second step is, like Stephanie mentioned, just grab your phone, record a quick little video, keep it natural, keep it simple. You don't have to overthink it. And this is something that your website suggested if you're wondering what to say or do. And it's like,
A
introduce
little
yourself.
script, right?
Yeah, introduce yourself and say you're joining the movement. And this is how I move, and let's get active, Austin. So it's pretty simple. The third one that Stephanie mentioned is the hashtags, and don't forget to tag Austin Public Health. And I think the additional fun part of this that Stephanie mentioned is nominate a family member, a friend, a coworker, or maybe, like you said, a business, because you guys challenged somebody else. Tell us about that, Stephanie.
Well, we've challenged a couple people. Our director challenged another city department, and that got a lot of city departments getting engaged. My own program, we're the Chronic Disease and Injury Prevention Program, we made a video, just our team, and then we challenged some of our partners at the School of Public Health, and then they challenged partners. So that's how it gets going. And yeah, just be creative and have fun with it.
And so this started in October. How is it going now?
It's going great. We have close to 10,000 views and growing. And
Wow.
yeah, we're hopeful and excited to see what other videos come out, and really encourage the community to participate. Show us all the different ways to be active. We want to show the full diversity of our community in terms of activities, ability levels. All movement is important, and we want to really showcase that and elevate it.
And what has the reaction been so far from the community that has already taken that step forward to participate in the challenge?
We find people are excited and want to share, and they enjoy the creativity of making the videos and putting them out there. And it's such a positive thing. And physical activity has so many benefits that we all know. It lifts your mood, it boosts your spirits, it helps you sleep well. I mean, these are things that we really need and want in our lives. And so it's great to have these videos to encourage ourselves to move more.
And if we're consistent with those movements, what are the long-term benefits of that?
Well, in the long term, physical activity is extremely important for preventing chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes, heart disease. So it's super important that we get those minutes in for physical activity.
So on Austin Public Health's website, there's a link with several examples, and I pulled some of those so we can share them with you. And I believe the first one is from your department, Austin Public Health. It was posted on Facebook, and I think we have it here. Just to give you an example of what you can do at home.
Hi, I'm Adrienne Stirrup, Director of Austin Public Health, and I'm participating in the Move Your Way Challenge. This morning, I'm getting it in by walking in the City Olympics 5K. Let's get active, Austin.
I'm Zach Price, part of Austin Animal Services. I'm here with Austin's Move Your Way Challenge, and this is how I move. Let's stay active, Austin.
Hi, we're from Austin Travis County EMS.
And we're a part of the Austin Move Your Way Challenge. And this is how we move.
Thanks for the nomination. And now we nominate Austin Police.
That is so funny. They do get creative, Jose. You were saying that off camera, but yes, there's a lot of creativity in those videos.
And you can have fun with them. It doesn't have to be just, oh, this is my movement. You can set up to your favorite music, and thankfully social media can help you do that. And I saw one of your videos. I forgot what department it is, but they did it to a Taylor Swift song, and they were walking up and down the stairs. So it's fun. Use your creative tools there to promote health and fitness, right?
And you mentioned that this started in October. How is it going so far, and when is the challenge over?
It's going great. We've had so many city departments participate, and now we're having community organizations participate. It's open to businesses and the community. as a whole. So it's going to continue through November. And so this is a great time to make your video and post it and join the challenge.
And thanks to social media, this is anybody outside of Austin and Travis County can see it. Have you received any feedback outside of the city and the county?
Well, we're starting to get noticed by other cities that are interested in doing something like this. And we think it hopefully will just continue to grow and help spread awareness and, again, encouragement about being active, because that's really what it's about, is just getting out there and getting that movement in.
So what I do to my mom, she has some mobility issues, and she gives me a little side eye sometimes when I take her to HEB, because I take her and we park towards the end of the parking lot.
At the very end of the lot, Jose. I know.
And then we walk, and as she's walking, she's like, "Oh, you're doing this to me again." But she's getting in more steps in the parking lot, and she's getting more steps at HEB because she takes like an hour and a half to go through HEB. This is just some extra steps, is what I told my mom. But those micro decisions are really helpful that we don't even consider can actually add up.
Absolutely. I mean, every move matters and every minute matters. So parking further away and getting a little bit more, walking in before you're getting to your destination, I mean, that's a great way. Getting up and taking a break from your desk and maybe just taking a lap around your office and just getting a little bit more movement there. I'm trying to take the steps every day. I've had to build up because I work on the 4th floor, but I started with just one flight and I said, okay, I'm going to make it to the first flight today. And over time, I've been able to build up to get into all 4 floors, and I do it every day. And it's just great, to have that little boost of energy to get your day started. But absolutely, those little decisions can really add up.
And like Jose mentioned, it may be kind of tough to encourage people to take part in this challenge. Like his mom, he kind of had to trick her. Maybe some of our coworkers, if we want to get this challenge, we might have to trick them too. But what are some ways that we can encourage people, or some resources to use to encourage people to join the challenge?
Well, I would just be creative with what you consider physical activity, because there's so many things in our day that are being active that we don't even think about. I mean, you're doing yard work. That's being active. You're getting cleaning done in your house. That's being active. These are all things that are things that we do every day that are physical activities. So yes, you can trick your coworker like you're talking about, but there's also all kinds of things that you're probably doing: walking your dog, working in your garden, doing some chair stretching, or adaptive sports. There's all types of things that people are doing every day, and we just want to showcase all of it, because sometimes you're working it into your busy schedule. Sometimes you're doing something special because you really love it and enjoy it, but it's all important.
Yes.
And just to bring another example of my mom, I'm picking on her, but I'm so proud of her because she is 74. And, like I said, she has mobility issues. But at the end of the night, she sends me a screenshot of her steps. And when she's doing chores, she's like, "Oh, look, I did 3,000, or I almost reached 4,000 steps today." And it's those micro decisions, or the things that you didn't think were
Making you active.
Yeah. Are making you active, and you're moving. Your body is moving. So it's great to know that it doesn't mean that you have to go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What are okay, we talked about encouraging people, but what do you think might be holding back people?
That's a good one.
That's a great question. I think sometimes thinking, where do I start? And I would say start really small. If you're not used to being active, maybe it's just walking to the end of the block today. And that's enough. And maybe tomorrow you can walk a little bit further, but you have to start somewhere. Of course, making sure that you're cleared by a doctor, if there's any issues there, but start small and build up. 5 minutes today, maybe it's 10 minutes tomorrow. And try to find something you enjoy. I think that's also really important. I really like to take walks with a friend, because having a friend there really keeps me going, and I walk longer. So, finding ways to make it enjoyable, I think, is also really beneficial. But don't be afraid to start really small.
I was just going to ask you about community. It's a way of holding you accountable without that. I don't know if this is the right thing to say, but I don't know if accountability sometimes when it comes to fitness is it may trigger some people that might be a negative thing, but it doesn't have to be if it's like a friend or a relative. Just talk on the phone. Hey, did you get your walk in today? Things like that. Well, Stephanie, any final thoughts before we wrap it up here? Any final thoughts about the Move Your Way Challenge?
No, we can't wait to see your videos. So join the challenge. You can also go to our website, healthyplaceshealthypeople.org /get active. And there's ideas for ways to get active. There's places, links to parks, links to other resources, and also the Move Your Way schedulers there. So if you're having trouble figuring out how can I fit this into my day, you can use the Move Your Way scheduler. So lots of resources on our webpage to help you get you started. And again, we look forward to you joining the challenge.
Yeah, and it's worth it's worth looking into the hashtag Move Your Way Challenge just to get some ideas of what to do.
Yeah, and thank you so much for joining us here on Simple Health. Hopefully, we can start the initiative going by making our newsroom get together and get
Yes.
active. And we do want to see everyone else participating. So if you share your videos, tag us, tag Austin Public Health so we can see that and maybe share it here on our next Simple Health live stream. Again, thank you so much for joining us. And Jose, we will see you next week with another stream.
Sounds good.